Y'all, could this be the best and messiest season of Married at First Sight? Child, after watching this premiere, I have no idea, but you know we have to talk about it.
Only apply that. Get it, don't be timid when you ain't apply that. Love upon it, live alone, leave it. I don't want no trip, baby, spend like
Here. My name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related, and I am here to put you on, okay? Y'all, welcome back to the channel. Listen, sister has been moving, but she is settled. You see the digs. I've done a couple of lives, but this is actually my first upload back in the new place, and I can't wait to get into Married at First Sight Season 20, Episode 1, because it exceeded my expectations. Y'all know that since Peacock has taken over streaming Married at First Sight, it's no longer on Lifetime. I had my qualms, all right? Last season, season 19, did not hit the mark for me. I didn't like the way that it was pushed out as if it was Love is Blind. Even though I know it's the same production company behind both, I was really missing that old 3-4 month format over there on Lifetime. But I feel like with the advent of the new experts, we have Dr. Lisa Paz and Paul C. Brunson this season, that we're going to get a new show. And I think it's going to be better, dare I say. Now, I'm putting a lot on it. I might be putting 50 on 10 over here, but I'm hopeful and I need to see what's going to happen because last season pissed me off. I like that I'm already engaging and have a vested interest in who these first three couples are. And so I'm hoping that bodes well for the remainder of the season, but we have yet to find out. Listen, what I want to start out by saying is thank you for upping that budget because I know y'all had a coin, all right? And this looks better. Last season looked so dingy and dank. The camera footage looked very odd to me. It did not look elite, what we're used to, glossy, shiny, shimmery, splendid, right? That's what I'm looking for over here. We haven't gotten to the honeymoons yet, so that could still, the jury is still out. However, I'm hopeful going into Seattle that this is going to be the best season in quite a while. But listen, we're going to get into it. Again, they're in Seattle. I believe we have a total of 7 couples this season, which I believe is the biggest season of Married at First Sight over the franchise, period. So come on, grab your libation. I'm just drinking some water today. We met 3 couples and we met new experts. Now, Dr. Paz, I believe, is like a sex and family marriage counselor or something, a doctor who's been doing this for a while. Paul C. Brunson apparently is from the Married at First Sight UK franchise. And I believe he's been matchmaking for that franchise for the last 7 years. And what I will say is that I said, I do not need a repeat of Raggedy Pastor Cow. I need someone who is over here who's going to hold the people to task, make them accountable. And dare I say, accountability entered the room in the first episode. So we're going to get into it. So, of course, we're meeting our singles, we get our introductions, and we see a nice array of both women and men in terms of age range, in terms of diversity, which I'm here for. And so immediately, what's up? Are we going to get everybody in this first episode? They said, no, sister, you're going to get this on Sunday, and then you're going to come back on the 16th, I believe, on Thursday, and you're going to get these next few episodes, which is fine. Let's pace ourselves. But let's start over here with Tori and Philippe. Now, Philippe is, I believe, 29, and he says that he was an ug mug most of his life. He's been ugly, fugly, pugly, dugly, cuggly, and the girls were not after him, but now he's hot. They all on him. He got his teeth whitened. He may have gotten them straightened. He did something to his skin, honey. He's taking care of himself better, and he got a haircut. I don't know if the haircut was in the room with us because that little flip was pissing me off the entire time. But outside of that, he says that when he got fined, he realized and understood that women are just as superficial as men are. He says that before this, he couldn't get no play. Now he's getting all the cooter bear that he could ever ask for in Seattle. He works as a restaurant manager, I guess, for a very popular Italian restaurant in Seattle. And he lives that life. He closes the shop and he brings in the morning at the local clubs or bars. That's what he does. He is a good time guy, but he's saying that the missing part in his life is his wife. He's ready for that. He's seen that modeled at home. His mother and father have been together for a very long time, and he has a very close relationship with his mom. Could this be a red flag, child? I don't know. But immediately, I don't like Felipe. If I can be honest with you, in every interaction, whether it was with the fellas, whether it was with confessional or the experts, I just feel like he's playing games. They call him on the carpet and call him to task. You've been late to every single meetup that we've had for the show. And again, and I could be reading a lot into it, but I feel like when you are consistently late, you're not demonstrating a respect for anyone that you're meeting with, their time, their energy. And being that this is a big production and you have to have a film crew and you have to have producers on set and you have to have the experts, for you to come late or not at all or have to reschedule at the last minute consistently, to me is an immediate red flag in dating, in friendships, in all of that, because you don't respect me. You don't care for me. You don't like me, because why are you always late? He says, listen, it's my schedule at work. I work at night and then I go out and I party until the sun comes up, because listen, that's the life that I live and I'm allowed to live that life. And again, sir, does this a husband make? Are you ready to acquiesce if your wife needs you at home? Is she going to like a man that's out all hours of the day and night? I don't know. But now that Felipe's fine and he's tall and he's all of these things, he's ready to settle down. He really wants a wife. Forget all that. Forget my jokester nature, all of these things. I'm ready for my woman. Again, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's just something and I can't get it out of my spirit. And so I'm going to rock with it. I'm trying not to rush to judgment, and I'm going to hold out hope that things improve, because after all is said and done, I really think he's into Tori. Now let's meet Tori. Tori is 32. Family oriented, helped to raise her little sister. Tori seems to have all her ducks in a row. She's risen in corporate. She's fully independent. She is a girl, and that was one of Felipe's requirements. I want nails, hair, lips, tips, body, all of those things. And she takes really good care of herself. She has a diverse friend group, which I absolutely love. And she seems kind and caring. And she's like, you know what? I'm just at that point in my life that I'm ready for my spouse. I'm ready for my husband. Let's get this popping. Now, what I will say, she seems very calm. She seems, like I said, very much gives that she's always done things the right way and by the book. There's a moment where we're meeting with her sister when they're getting ready for the big day, and the sisters, who wouldn't love Tori? Everyone loves Tori. So you do get that vibe that she's been popular, that she has that kind of thing about her, right? That aura, I guess, for lack of a better word. And so immediately I'm thinking, what is this going to be? I'm like, is she going to like him? Is he her type? And also, is he going to match her vibe and what she's looking for in a spouse and in a husband? Again, they swear that this dynamic apparently he is going to be the lead singer and she's going to be the guitar. She's going to be like that grounding force that supports, and he's going to shine. Does that a good marriage make? I don't know. But anyway, we get to the big day. We're walking down the aisle again. He has a very close relationship with his mother. And again, I don't know how that can be good and that can be really bad. It's all going to be dependent on the situation. Again, we have no clue about who these people are really, what their type is like. But honey, when Tori walks down that aisle, immediately it's like, I'm totally invested. I'm all in. Sign me up, coach. Put me in the game. So he seems very eager. Tori on the other side, she says vocally that he's hot as they're walking away. Does she mean that with her full chest? Does she utterly feel that? I don't know. To me, they had their little kiss after the thing, girl. Do you really like him? Is he really? He's, like I said, he's tall. He's not a bad looking guy, but there's more to it than that. And I'm just really curious about if their personalities are going to gel and to jive. Again, he seems extremely happy. He's ready to risk it all. A bee got caught in her veil and he's trying to free her, help her, save her, knight in shining armor style. So again, people do and can change. in situations, and this might help to mature him. Again, I don't know Felipe yet. I can only go based on first impressions, but we'll see. She says that she's excited and he actively is excited. Is this going to be a match? Drop it in the comments. Are they going the full distance? If I had to say yes or no, I'm saying no right now. Again, this is early. We do not know these people yet, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, just based on that gut feeling. I don't know. Now let's get over here to wedding number 2. We have Belle Jolie and Mecca. Now, Mecca is a young man who cleans out porta potties for a living, but he's got multiple jobs. I believe that is a family business, and he's got a lot of personality. He wears high water pants with long socks. He's very tall. I think he's got gems in his teeth. He paints his nails. He is a eccentric kind of guy, maybe on the cool side, vibes and all. And he says, listen, I'm just looking for someone to match me, to be as fine as me, but in the female form, is what he says in the beginning. And immediately I'm like, sir, you're playing games, and why are you here? As we get to know him a little bit more, we find out that his biological mom left when he was very young. His dad, I guess, married or remarried, and the second wife left as well. And again, I don't necessarily believe that that's based on him. It could have been the dynamics of the relationship with his father, because the father, clearly, from what we've seen already, is a card already. You can tell he might be harboring some esteem issues, some rejection, some abandonment around the fact that all the women in his life have walked out on him. And so I don't know if that makes a good fit for the show. He seems to still be trying to figure it out, which Belle Jolie seems the same as well. They do seem like they're in the same place in life. They are building and just trying to establish who they are, and where they're going from here. I know they said he models, he does the porta potty cleaning. He has a couple of other gigs that he's doing. And we shall see. A handsome guy. Again, does he seem into himself a little bit? I don't know. He gives me pause. And I don't know if he's just still got the young man in him, if it's that rejection that's coming up to the surface. But y'all, I don't know. Now, get over here to Belle Jolie. She's a singer-songwriter. I believe she dances. She's a dance instructor. She has a lot of irons in the fire as well, always hustling. And again, I think they have that in common. She says that she doesn't need a man that has it all together right now. She is in a position where she's ready to build with someone, right? So you don't have to come to the table with everything. She's willing to give you her 50% too. So we're going to build this thing together, which I think is a hopeful outlook for a young person to have. And like I said, he seems to have some hustle in him too. I think aesthetically, they're both very pleasing. I think they look really good together. Baby, I just don't know. So again, we meet her mother, Violent. Now listen, I said, is her mama's name Violent? Violent. I don't know if that's foreshadowing for the rest of the season, what's going to happen in this dynamic. I don't know. But basically, she talks to us about being raised by a single mother and carrying that on the shoulders, not having a dad. And I think the balance with Mecca not having a mother there, maybe they will find some connection in that. But is that a good thing? You guys will have to answer that question. But again, very beautiful. The only qualm I had was, girl, I don't know what happened to Pump It Up, but get some Pump It Up. Because there's no reason you was outside 2 minutes and your bayang was, girl, they could have done a little bit better job. But I think she looked beautiful. Everybody is waiting in the audience. You can see he's a good looking guy. We meet with his grooming and they're like, man, you sure you ready? He's like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. I got my high water suit on. And the dad comes in and is basically like, son, so, what are you going to do? And she's like, he doesn't want to kiss me. I'll ask for a kiss, all of these things. And you can tell pressure's mounted. Dad is trying, I guess, to be supportive, but in his own way. Anyway, we're walking down the aisle, and this is the first season where I will notice there's always been, for the past seasons, a little bit of conversation. Hey, you look good. She's going to love you. Or, hey, guy, welcome to the family. There's always that. But in this one, there is a whole monologue given by the father. Sir, this is not your party. This is not your shine. This is not your wedding. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. What are you doing? A lot of back and forth talk. Let's get into these vows. And so Belle Jolie, I think, is very excited, but she has made a firm boundary in her mind with her mom, with her bridal party. Listen, I'm not kissing nobody in the mouth. This is still a first date, in my opinion. You gets no kisses in the mouth. That's what it is. And she stuck by it. Even though I do think she's attracted to Mecca, she was like, right here, baby, don't even go in for the kiss because you're not going to get that. And I respect a woman with strong boundaries. You don't know where his mouth has been yet. At least let's have a conversation. And he seems like he's immediately into her, maybe. It was very, I don't know, it was very lackluster because all he could ask for after was, hey, did you like me? Am I cute? Am I whatever? Because I think the fact that she didn't kiss him threw him off because I think it played into his esteem issues. And then it's no better that your daddy is out here screaming in the gallery, talking about, oh, she didn't kiss you, did she? Let's chill out. But I do think that's playing on his psyche because do you like me? Am I enough? Am I going to be whatever for you? And we didn't really see a ton of engagement around who she was. Yet again, still very early. We didn't get a long time to sit with them and talk with them after the actual wedding. But I think that she's into him. I think he's into himself. Again, if I have to say right now and drop it in the comment section, you guys, Belle Jolie and Mecca, are they going all of the way? As of right now, I'm gonna say no. As of right now, I don't want to be a negative Nelly, right? I want everything to work out and I want it to be good. I'm just hedging my bets right now. I'm just moving with precaution and safety because honestly, I have no idea where that's going. I don't know. And like I said, maybe they can find some community around the fact that they both don't have one of their parents that's a part of their life. And maybe there are some deficits that they can fill on both sides for each other. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think of that couple. And then finally, let's go over here because immediately when I met Adam, I said, oh, Adam's handsome. Adam's tall. They found the tall men in Seattle, honey. I said, is it like that? Are all the giants in Seattle? Are all of them there? Because all the people 6 foot something. And I like it. I respect it. A tree is not bad to climb every now and again. So we meet him. He's got the stash. And all of these mustaches are very concerning to me because why do y'all have these stashes? What's going on? Did I miss the memo? Is it? I don't know. Anyway, we meet him. He's 6'5", honey, athletic, got the body, got the coin. They says he works in tech in some capacity. He's got a lake house. He's got jet skis, honey, and he plays classical piano. What more could you ask for from an Adam in his own mind? But immediately to me, even the guys say it. Listen, he's annoying as hell. He had to play concerto number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in their entirety. He had to stretch and warm his hands in the fireplace. He had to break in the keys. Let me warm up. This is a warm up, sir. If you don't sit your ass down, no one, the guys were even like this, and this is annoying as hell, Adam. Come on, guy. Come on. But he really seems self-obsessed. But he says, listen, I'm right now in position in life where I'm ready for a wife. I want a wife. I'm ready for a wife. I have the money. I have the prospects. I have the land. I got everything a woman would need and want and desire. And my issue is that I've been dating party girls who never really took that seriously. I was in relationships from 21 to 20, whatever. And I'm 31 now and I'm just ready for that. And so I'm thinking, oh, until Mr. Paul comes and says, we need to have a talk, Adam, because what's going on? Because what's the last woman you done brought here? Oh, you came last week. Did she stay the night? No, but she was here. She walked over the threshold. Let me talk to you in private, sir. Because what's going on? How many times have you seen this young lady? 5. And did you tell her anything about this process that you had tried out or auditioned for the show or that you had applied and been gone through this lengthy application process? No. Paul says, call her on the phone. I said, oh, wow, accountability, entering the chat with a man on the show. I love this, Mr. Paul. We needed you many seasons ago. And so immediately get her on the phone. And so he calls her and he's like, listen, I didn't tell you something. I know we've been talking to each other, but I'm going to be a married at first sight. They found me a wife. And she's like, what? She's like, what? He's like, you okay, sir? No, you wrong as hell. I don't have it for you. Get off my line, basically. And clicks on his face. Well, Adam says, well, I guess she liked me a little bit. Paul was like, what are you? And again, This immediately is a red flag because if you have no care or concern for someone who you've been on 5 dates with, as far as just their feelings in a situation of being basically ghosted, or were you going to ghost her or were you not? I can't gauge your level of seriousness here because I find you extremely unserious about this. It feels like it's just, again, and it makes me nervous when I meet the people like this, when I feel like it's just a tick mark on your list of things to do. About time for a wife. He says he's always wanted this, but that to me told me that you're not serious. She was over last week and you've been actively applying to the process of Married at First Sight. Come on, buddy. Then we meet Marissa. And I feel like Marissa the same way in terms of this is a tick mark. I feel like Marissa may want a wedding and not necessarily a marriage. I feel like she thinks that her clock is ticking and it's just that time, right? Because she talks about very early when we meet her, I've been to 6 or 7 weddings this year, and the bridesmaid, never the bride. When is it my turn? I'm ready for all of these things. And I'm thinking, what is it that you really want? What is it that you really need out of this? She's a beautiful girl. Again, she seems to have her ducks in a row, but she's really just leading with this need. And I don't know what that makes. Again, we get there and I'm thinking on paper, this may or may not be a bad idea. She's taking shots with her bridesmaids. They're drinking Fireball out the little bottles. She sends him some kind of liquor and he's like, I don't do that. I don't drink, smoke, or straight West Coast. I don't do any of those things. Is this going to be a problem? Immediately? Because utterly or completely, in my opinion, ultimately, I believe that Adam wants someone to bend to his will. I think he wants a Stepford wife. And will Marissa be that? I don't know. But we get to the altar, honey. We're walking down. She gets there. He turns around and she's like, oh, damn it. I know you. What? How do y'all know each other? So immediately, this is a cliffhanger. We don't know where this is going. We don't know if they're going to go through the wedding. We have no idea at this point. And I'm like, if you know each other, was she the girl that was just on the phone? I'm very confused. I need answers to these questions. Just saying, episode 1 had me completely set. I'm invested. I want to know more. Again, if I have to say yes or no for this couple, immediately no. So I guess that's 3 no's, but I want them to be yeses. And maybe the yes could come later in the season once we get to know them more. This is really just based off my initial impressions. Now, premiere aired Sunday. I believe the next couple of episodes will air Thursday. So I will try to do my reviews weekly on Friday, maybe have them uploaded by then. But you guys drop it in the comments. Let me know first, what do you think? Just your initial impressions on season 20. And 2, what do you think of our new experts? And then 3, which couples do you see it for? Which couples do you see making it and going the long haul? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. If you're still here, thank you for watching. Please be sure to comment, subscribe, do all of those things for your girl. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.